כקו וכבן דוילו, אדוני ישמורכם כל רואי ישמור את נפשך, אדוני ישמור ציצרו ויחום יעתו ויד אוילו. My friends, let's take some tzedakah from the pushka, and I want to share with you today a most unique thought by the Rebbe's father, Reb Levik, as it was called, Reb Levi Yitzchak, who had this phenomenal capability of delving into the depth of Kabbalah, of Zohar, and relate to it in a kind of, in this case, like a simple manner, seemingly. And he quotes the Zohar that it says, on the verse of the Parsha of this week, V'Avraham ben Chomesh Shana v'Shivim Shana b'Tzeisa miCharan. Avraham was 75 years when he left Haran. As we have mentioned, the story of Lech Lecha. That first challenge that God is sending him, the Nisoyin, leave Haran, as we have discussed yesterday extensively. But this is what it says in the Zohar. Hador dichsiv, and this is what also it says in the verse, Vahi oimen es Hadassah hi Esther. He raised Hadassah, going to the Megillah of the story of Purim. Vahi oimen es Hadassah, he was raising, Mordechai raised Hadassah, who is Esther. We know the story, the Megillah. Esther, eventually she became the queen of Achashverosh, and she saved the Jewish people from the murderous, heinous plot of Haman. The story of Purim, the miracle of Purim. But there it says the following. How old was this young maiden, this Hadassah, Esther? Rabbanan Amri, so it says, our sages tell us, Bas Shivim v'chamisha. She was 75 years old. Young woman. 75. Rabbi Barachi, b'shem Rabbanan de Tamar Omar, Rabbi Biachas says the following. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God said to Avraham Avinu, Ato yotzasa mebeis avicha. You have left your father's, your paternal home. Ben Shivim v'chamisha shonim, at the age of 75. Chayecha, I swear, I promise you. Av goyil sha'ani mamid mimcha. The same thing is also the Redeemer who will come forth from you. In other words, one of your future children, your generations in the future, who will be the Redeemer of the Jewish people in time of need. Yeh ben Shivim v'chamisha shonim will be of the age of 75. Kiminyan Hadassah, as the numerical value of the word Hadassah. Hadassah is spelled Hey 5, Dalet 4, Samach 60. So we got 69. Another Hey is 5, 74, and the word itself is a number. So we have a total of 75. Esther, Hadassah 75, Avraham Avinu 75. That's what it says in the Zohar. So Reb Levik says, let's look at a number of similarities here. Fact, our sages tell us that the name of Avraham Avinu's mother was Amaslai. That was her mother's name, his mother's name. Haman's mother was also Amaslai. The antithesis of Avraham, their mothers is the same. So what Avraham Avinu has in holiness, in Kedusha, Haman has in Klippa. Haman is very famous for his suggestion he gave to Achashverosh, let us build a tall tree upon which to hang Mordechai. Eitz, that big tree to hang Mordechai. By this, destroying the Jewish people. He forgot there was a forerunner of his. Avraham Avinu says, Vayita Eshel. He planted not one tree, but a whole vineyard, a whole orchard. What did he do in this orchard? He fed people, he nurtured people, he raised people, he helped people. Haman uses a tree to destroy the Jewish people he's planning. Avraham Avinu uses the tree for kindness, the antithesis of Haman. And we find more of these kind of relationships between Avraham and the story of the Megillah. But what the Medrash says, what the Zohar tells us over here, that where did Esther take the courage, the strength, to throw herself into the lion's den, so to say, to save the Jewish people? This is what you got from Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu's Mesiras Nefesh, Avraham Avinu's Lech Lecho, at the age of 75, is what gave Esther, at her age of 75, the opportunity, the merit, to save the Jewish people. Beautiful little thought. Rabbi Levik goes into delves it deeper and deeper and deeper, but this is not a time and place for it. Suffice to say that Eibishter, we want to see Avraham Avinu, we want to see Esther in the Beis HaMikdash today with Mashiach.